How about individual risk preferences or risk tolerances?
Yeah, I think that an investor needs to really look at their risk tolerance about every 2 to 3 years or after a major market correction, or if their situation changes. So for example, if they have an inheritance. And I look at their willingness to take on risk, their ability to take on risk, and their need for taking risk.
Right.
You know, how willing are they to go through the market ups and downs? How able are they? Do they have a long time horizon? And then what is their need for taking risks? Do they have a lot of assets already accumulated, in which case they don't need to take as much spice in their portfolio?
Sure. Yeah, and I think it's not just all about risk. There's other factors that come into this as well, to making sure that you have the longevity of the assets for your retirement. And that is to take a look at your fees and your taxes, because taxes can erode that earnings capacity, right? So looking at those, the expense ratios and the mutual funds that you're using, those can be egregious over time. Take a look at them now. And then the fees and withdrawing out of your accounts, right? So a good rule of thumb is if you have taxable accounts and you're actually doing withdrawals, do you utilize those taxable accounts first? A lot of clients don't like that because they think, oh my gosh, that's the only one I have left. And then you go to your tax deferred accounts, your IRAs, and then finally you want to tap into those Roth IRAs.
Right.
Yeah, and it is important to be thinking about someone's individual risk tolerance, because you may have someone who really loves the stock market and really loves investing for growth, and if you told them to be 40 or 50% in more conservative investments, they'd be like, you're crazy. I can outlive this. I know markets go up and down. And on the other hand, if you have someone who's losing sleep at night because they're worried about their investments, then it doesn't make sense. Let them give up some growth and make sure there's enough money, you know, that they just spend a little bit less, but they're living longer because they're not as stressed out.
Yeah, absolutely, so important.
The stress can really take a toll on people, and we spoke to longevity. If you're stressed and not sleeping every night, you may not reach that longevity you hoped you would. So all very important things to consider, looking at each person's individual situation and making sure it's right for them, and that's what this is really all about.
Right.